everyone, and welcome to Mornings with Arbrenne. And before we begin, I realized I forgot something. I'll be right back. Forgot my tea, and has a little panda on it. Well, by the time you watch this, I hope it's really warm out because it's supposed to be very warm today. Today is Friday, March 20th. But it is only 9 a.m. when I'm filming this, and it's really cold on my porch. So I'm going to make sure to have tea today. Welcome to my new YouTube show. Since we don't have morning meeting together, I thought maybe at least we could have this together. My schedule for today is I'm going to look at the plants, your plants. I have them all with me. I'm going to read a book, and we're going to do some drawing together. Okay? So, first thing I'm going to do is I have my packet. It's not as nicely decorated as some of yours are, but that's okay. And inside my packet, I'm going to get my weather observation chart. And if I look at it today, I haven't done it the last couple of days. Today is Friday, so I'm going to fill in Friday. Right now it's very cold. I don't know the exact temperature. I could look at my phone. My phone is being used to film. But I'm going to write cold because it's cold. And precipitation. Well, it's not sunny yet. It's not rainy yet. It's not snowy. I don't think it's windy. It's cloudy. It's pretty cloudy, so I'm going to write cloudy. I don't know the wind direction. I do not have a weather vane at my house, so I'm not going to fill that one in. And what did you notice about your observation? I'm going to wait until I have a more exciting weather day to fill that one in. So I have my chart done for today. Quick and easy, all done. Next, I'm going to get out my plant journal. Now, if you were not here on last Friday, there were 7 students who were absent last Friday. You did not get to take home a new plant journal, but that is okay. You can use a blank piece of paper, you can use a journal you have at home, you can use anything you want. And if you don't have a plant at home, you can either observe the plants I'm going to show you here, or you can observe something outside, anything outside. Could be a tree. I went for a walk the other day and they are starting to bloom. They're really lovely. You could observe the sky. You could observe plants on the ground. You could observe anything you want. I'm going to show you your plants though. I have everybody's plants. I took them all home. Alright, for my observation today, I'm going to pick just one student because I can't make an observation for all 20 of you today. And we're going to look at Mickey's. I wanted to pick Mickey's because Mickey's is really tall. It is so tall. If I take my pen and I put it next to the cup, it is as tall as my pen. I want to make sure I get those endpoints next to each other. It's just about as tall as my pen, maybe not quite as tall as my pen. So, I'm going to make an observation. I have my name. I'm writing today's date. It's March 20th, so 3/20/20. And I'm going to draw a picture. And I'm going to write a sentence about it. My sentence is going to be, I see 4 radish plants. They are almost as tall as my pen. Did I make any mistakes? Let me check. Okay. always want to reread my writing. Alright, now that I'm all done with my plant journal for the day, I'm going to read a story. And as luck would have it, I thought to bring home one book last Friday. My favorite book. Well, one of my favorite books. We Don't Eat Our Classmates by Ryan T Higgins. I thought I'd read this to you today. I know you've read it before. I know I've read it before, but it's such a good one. I'm going to read this to you today, and then we're going to do a drawing. Some of you may have done my guided drawings of Penelope Rex before. I don't know if you can see that, but that's okay. Sometimes it's fun to draw things over again. We don't eat our classmates. I gotta find a good way to read this. Maybe I'll zoom out a little bit. Okay. Hey kids, you will never be eaten by a T-Rex. They are extinct, I promise. Penelope Rex was nervous. It's not every day a little T-Rex starts school. What are my classmates going to be like? Will they be nice? How many teeth will they have? This was very important. Penelope's mom bought her a new backpack with ponies on it. Ponies were Penelope's favorite because ponies are delicious. Penelope's dad packed her lunch of 300 tuna sandwiches and 1 apple juice. Finally, the big day came, and Penelope Rex was very surprised to find out that all of her classmates were children. So she ate them because children are delicious. Penelope Rex, said Mrs. Noodleman, we don't eat our classmates. Please spit them out at once. So she did. It was not the best way to start school. Still, Penelope was determined to have a good first day. She tried hard to make friends at recess. She finger painted some of her best work. She even saved Griffin Emery a seat at lunch. You can sit here. Penelope started to notice everyone was making friends but her. It was lonely. When she got home, her dad asked about her first day of school. I didn't make any friends, Penelope cried. None of the children wanted to play with me. Penelope Rex, her father asked, did you eat your classmates? Well, maybe sort of just a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to make friends, said her dad, especially if you eat them. You see, Penelope, children are the same as us on the inside, just tastier. That gave Penelope a lot to think about. The next day, Penelope tried really hard. But poor Penelope, she could not stop herself from eating her classmates. Mrs. Noodleman, Penelope ate Willie Momoto again. And they were all afraid of her. Except Walter. Walter was a goldfish. So Penelope tried to make friends with him. Will you be my friend? Chomp! Cried Penelope. He's eating my finger! Ah! Once Penelope found out what it was like to be someone's snack, she lost her appetite for children. She stopped eating her classmates, even when Cece Woodman spilled barbecue sauce all over herself. And soon Penelope made friends. Found you. Want a brownie? I helped make them. Now, even when children look especially delicious, she peeks at Walter and remembers what it's like when someone tries to eat you. And Walter the goldfish stares right back at her and licks his lips. Because dinosaurs are delicious. The end. Alright, so we're going to do a guided drawing of Penelope Rex. And then I think tomorrow we'll do a watercolor guided drawing if you want to watercolor with me tomorrow. And by tomorrow I probably mean Monday. Tomorrow meaning the next school day, Monday. Today though we're going to draw Penelope Rex, just pencil and paper. Although I need to get more paper I think and a pencil. I'll be right back. So here I have all my supplies. These are actually my collection of pencils just because I like to draw a lot. So these are like regular pencils you'd find at school. These are charcoal. This one is my favorite. It's the same material as you would find from school pencils, but instead the whole thing up top is all made out of, it's called graphite, right? Instead of just the tip, the whole thing is. So you can do a lot more shading with it. So that's my favorite. So that's what I'm going to use. All right, it's a little hard for me to hold the camera and draw, but I'm just going to do my best because that's all you can really do. All right, we're going to start with Penelope's head, and her head is what I like to call a rounded rectangle, right? Because a regular rectangle would have straight lines, but each line is a bit rounded. So I just give each one a little round. Her neck is very, very small. Oh, in fact, you know what? Her neck doesn't quite belong there. It belongs here. It's a very, very small neck. I can always erase that later. No problem. Her body, it's not symmetrical. It's not the same on both sides. It has a little bit of a rounded line here, and then much more of a rounded line in the back. If you're familiar with the movie E.T., this always looks like E.T. to me. Actually, no, maybe it's Wall-E. Maybe it looks like Wall-E. And a rounded line at the bottom. And then for the feet, you're going to make what looks like one big hook, kind of, and connect it back. Except in the middle here, you're going to draw another hook so that now she has her 2 feet. And if you want to make this line back here straight, you can. If you want to make it curved like that, you can do that. Both are fine. Whatever makes your artistic heart happy. We're going to do her spines. They start at the top of her head up here, and they're really more rounded than pointy. We like to think of dinosaur spines as pointy. They're not quite. Oh, I forgot something. Oh my gosh. Okay, the tail. I forgot the tail. All right, not in the middle, not at the top, not at the bottom, but between the middle and the bottom, I'm going to start this tail. And the trick is you just go down, and then when you get down, then you go straight across to connect back up. If you have more paper on this side, you can make your tail much longer. On my original, it was longer, but I ran out of room here, so that's okay. All right, now that I have the tail, I can keep drawing these spines that go all the way down. Great. In her face, I'm going to draw the eyeball. It's a big circle right next to the neck. All right, so the battery on my phone just died, and I just had to recharge it really fast. So where we left off is the eye that is right next to the neck, and inside this big circle is going to be a little circle up top. And Penelope has kind of a big eyebrow up top here. And her mouth is a squiggly line. If you want to draw some drool coming out, you can do that. It's a little tiny dot over here for the nose. And what will be important if we color it later is this line over here. Only if you're going to color it is that really important. Because on Penelope, see, half her nose is a lighter color. Okay, Now her clothes. So she has these cute overalls. So near the top here, I'm going to do a rounded line, and then it's going to go straight up and straight to the side. And at this point here, I'm going to draw a circle for her overall button. On this side, I'm going to draw a circle for the overall button as well. And on this side, I can just draw 2 straight lines to the top. On this side, I have to curve it just like I curved this. So I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to curve over. Kind of like an very strange L. And then she has a pocket in the middle here. You can add a curved line if you'd like. Near her feet, we're going to go just a little curved line just to show that she has 2 legs. And then the last thing, I believe, is her arm. Her arm is very, very, very tiny. T-Rexes are known for their very small arms. 2 matching lines down, and then I'm just going to do an upside down V in the middle to connect them. And that is Penelope Rex. I'm going to write her name on top. I like to give my art a title. Penelope Rex. I'm going to sign my name, because you always sign your name as an artist. People know what you did. That's my signature, very messy. And I'm going to write today's date, 3/20/20. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed. Let me get my sign out here. Mornings with Arbrenne. I'll be back again next time. We're going to do some watercoloring of Penelope Rex. Or if you don't have watercolor, you can use markers or crayons or anything like that. Or regular paint. All right, have a good day. Have a good weekend. Stay safe, everyone. I miss you. Bye.